abusive parents will side with the people who do you wrong, and I don't think it's talked about enough. So I have an abusive mother. I haven't spoken to her in like 2 years now. And growing up, she used to side with my childhood bullies. When I told her that I was being bullied at multiple points in my childhood, she told me that I must have done something to make them bully me. I must have done something to anger them. And when I told her why they were bullying me, like what the topic they were bullying me about and making fun of me for, she told me that she understood why they were bullying me, and she like backed up their reasoning. And that happened repeatedly throughout my childhood. And then in middle school, I had gotten hit by my bully. Like, they punched me in the face 3 times. And the school called my mom once I got home and was like, hey, you know, this happened. And she came and started screaming at me, asking me what I did to cause it, what is wrong with me, like belittling me. I don't even remember everything she said. I just remember that she was like yelling at me, blaming me, putting me down. And my dad actually had to step in and be like, whoa, like, we don't even know the whole story. Like, let's ask her side of the story. Maybe there's a reason for the fight, you know? And I answered, telling him that I didn't hit her. I told him the whole story. And my mom was like, I'm not buying it. I think you're lying. We went to the school. There was video evidence backing up what I had said down to every detail. And yeah, she didn't say anything after that. She just went silent on the topic. Well, when I grew up as an adult, I experienced domestic violence, and by the time I left the domestic violence situation, I had already gone no contact with my mother. And I have recently found out that she is in contact, or was at some point in contact with my abuser, my former abuser, and his family. And apparently she has been telling them lies about me, aiding in the character assassination. Character assassination is when somebody makes up rumors, lies, or false stories to kind of like alter how people perceive the victim to make it easier to blame the abuse on the victim. It's a very, very textbook manipulation tactic so that the abuser doesn't have to take accountability for their actions. And like I said, I had found out recently that my mother has been speaking to my abuser and his family and aiding in the character assassination. And I have found out that she had told them things that I know for a fact are not true. And yeah, and so I just kind of wanted to talk about it because I know that if I have experienced this as much as I have throughout my whole life from my abusive parent, somebody else must have experienced it or maybe experiencing it now too. And I want you to know that if you've experienced this, you are not alone. I want you to know that you are not responsible for anybody abusing you or for anybody bullying you. I don't know about anyone else experiencing this, but my mother used to say, because I would point out the fact that she was abusing me, I was being bullied, other people were hurting me, and she would ask me what the common denominator was. And for a long time, I did think that it was my fault that I was being abused because, like I said, my mother would side with other people who hurt me. And she'd kind of tell me, like, of course they are, like, you're you know, and she'd kind of say that I was the common denominator in the abuse, and I carried that with me for a really long time. Now I know that that's false. Now I know that she just would have looked for any reason to justify her abuse towards me and to clear her guilty conscience. But I just wanted to make this video because I know that it's a very hurtful topic, and I know that there has to be other people experiencing this, and if you are, I want you to know you're not alone, and I want you to know that it is not your fault, and if somebody has to lie about you to make you look like the one in the wrong, that says a lot, because they know that if they told the truth, people wouldn't side with them. So I want you to remember that if you have had a situation where you were abused or you were harmed or you were bullied or there was something mistreating you and you walked away and told the truth and they told lies to turn people against you, that tells a lot. That tells a lot because if they told the truth, people wouldn't side with them. I love you.